tip number 1 is keep your chin down like this and looking through your eyes. Way too often I will see people boxing and they'll be upright here. Now you might be thinking, well, your chin doesn't look that high, but it is. If you see when I throw that cross, my chin's above my shoulder, which means it will be easy for me to get hit. And as well, it just doesn't look as good. And if we're training boxing, we want to look good. So keep the chin down, looking through the eyes, and throw them straight punches and them hooks, trying to keep your chin just below your shoulder. Now moving on to number 2, which is keep your head and your eyes facing forward at all times. Way too often I will see people, they will throw the punches and then they'll turn like this, or they'll slip and they'll bring their head down there. But can you think of a worse position I can be in than this here? You keep them eyes forward, that head forward, no matter what punches you're throwing, no matter what you're doing, if you're slipping, if you're rolling, if you're leaning back, eyes and head always want to be forward. And I've got 8 more great tips for you on this video, including some mistakes that I guarantee you're making. But before I talk about them, we need to talk about slipping punches or slipping when you're on the bag, even if there's not punches coming at you. Because the common mistake I see here is people will slip too far. So they'll throw a jab and they'll come all the way down here. This is an awkward position and it's hard to throw a counter punch from here. So all you need to slip is the width of the glove here. It's around 6 to 8 inches. So you don't have to be down here, just there. If you imagine you've got a line in between your feet, what you're going to do, you're going to slip your head off that line, because that's the line where a straight punch will be coming at you. You can slip to your left, slip to your right, transferring your weight as you do this. And when you transfer your weight to either side, you can come back with that same hand. Because you transferred your weight, it will help get power in the punch. But if you're not doing tip number 4, that won't really work, which is make sure you're breathing when you throw your punch. And when you do this, it's not only going to help you stay relaxed, which helps increase the power, but it will also help you generate extra power in them punches. If you see someone like Ricky Hatton here punching, listen to the sound he makes. And even when I was training, I used to like making that sound as well. And that exhaling with the sound really does help with power in the punches. Moving on to number 5 is something that you should do all the time, and it will help improve your defense. Even if you're working with someone like this guy right here, or on the bag where they're not punching you back or things not coming back at your head, is think about counter punches, which means someone's throwing a punch back at you. I know they're not, but if you think about it, it's going to help you move your head or think about your defense, or even keep your hands up. So if I'm going to throw a jab, I want to think he's going to throw a counter punch back at me. So I'll jab, I'll lean back, jab, slip the other way, jab, block. Now, if I'm thinking about these counter punches that's coming back at me all the time, it will help improve my reactions. Then what you can do to add on to that is come back with the counter punch of your own. So I threw a jab, I've slipped his right hand, boom, I've come back with my counter punch. I've threw that 1-2, I've slipped his jab, boom, come back with a right hand. Thinking about this will also help spice up your boring heavy bag workouts. Moving on, number 6 is very important, and that is thinking about these. Not kicking, thinking about your base, thinking about your feet. Way too often I'll see people throw 1-2 and they'll be on the bag, then they'll step over, then they'll come this way and they'll step this way. They'll be crossing their feet. When you move to your right, you always want to move your right foot first. When you move to your left foot first. Because if I move to my right and I move my left foot first, watch what happens. Now, this is a horrible position to be in. I can't throw any punches from here and I'm off balance. So you never want to cross your feet when you're moving side to side. And now when you're doing this, now you're always in a position to throw some punches no matter where you are. Now, tip number 7 will help you get way more power in your punches. But I just want to see it. I got punched in the head thousands of times in my career. And since then, I've been looking at different ways to help my brain perform better so I'm not as sick as this guy here. I've done tons of research, including brain scans to see how my brain is and performing and what can I do to make it better. And some of the things are regular exercise, a great diet, improving on my sleep quality, getting ice baths, getting saunas. I even invested a lot of money into a hyperbaric chamber to help the blood flow to my brain. And as well, I found out about NAD and the great benefits this has to the cells in your brain. So I start getting weekly NAD IV treatments, which was a bit of an inconvenience. But now what I do to get my NAD is take a supplement by Renew by Science, who is sponsoring this video. And now taking these pills is really easy and the benefits to NAD Plus is amazing. Studies show that some of the benefits of taking NAD Plus are it improves your energy level, boosts metabolism, improves cognitive function, reduces inflammation, increases longevity, helps with sleep, as well as a lot more. As we get older, our NAD levels drop, our energy drops, a lot of us put on weight, and this supplement helps boost all of that by giving your cells in your body more energy. But I just want to say, if you're going to take any supplement, you should do your own research. I'll research the hell out of this, and that's why I know it's great, and that's why I'm investing in this stuff for my body. And if you want to get some, you can click the link below, get 10% off, use code BOXING, and as well, Renew by Science has a 100% money back guarantee, so what have you got to lose? Click that link below and check it out and get the great benefits of NAD like I am and thousands of other people. Now time for number 7, which is transferring your weight with each punch. When you transfer your weight into the punch by turning your hips, the power increases. Example, if I throw a hook and I'm not transferring my weight, a little bit power, but now when I put my weight behind the punch, whoa, I nearly knocked them down. Let's try that again. Yeah, that time he went down. And that is all through getting your weight from one side of your body to the other side of your body. Example, I'm here in my boxing stance. The weight is 50-50. If I throw across, I'm bringing 60% of the weight to my front leg, 40% in the back leg. Now from here, if I want to get a powerful hook, like I just did there, I'm going to bring the weight from the front leg to the back leg. And it's this weight transfer here that's coming behind the punch to make it even more powerful. So whether you're throwing the bent arm shots or the straight shots, transferring your weight is key to get extra power. As well as tip number 8, when you're throwing straight shots, make sure they're bloody straight. Way too often I will see people throwing it a straight cross and it'll be like that, or a jab and it'll be landing like that. If you think about it, if I throw a punch and it's like this, or like this, it's not strong, it's not solid. If you were in front of me and you pushed my arm and it's bent, you probably could bend my arm, but try and bend it now. Go on, try and bend it now. See, you can't, because it's much stronger when it's straight. So when you're throwing straight punches, make sure you bloody extend them arms. And as well, make sure you keep your bloody non-punching hand up. The most common mistake I see in boxing, especially with beginners, is they'll throw a 1-2, and the 1 will come down here, and then they'll throw a hook, and the 2 will come down here. Every time you throw a punch or a combination, your non-punching hand needs to come back to your face. No matter when you're thrown to the head, to the body, whatever punch you throw, the hand that's not punching should be by your face. And number 10 will make you go from this to this. And what I'm doing there, you can see I'm moving my head before and after every punch. If you can get into the habits of doing this, I guarantee you, your boxing will go from here to here. And one more thing that you can do to improve your boxing is learn how to perfect your punches. And you can do this by using the ideal punching method. This is something that I've created that I want to give you for free, which means identify your mistakes, drill out all of them bad habits, evaluate, then analyze, then level up. And you can do this by clicking the link below and getting my free video course. This is a thank you from me to you to help you level up in boxing. So click this link here and get this free bloody course.